So today, I'm out on the streets of Shibuya asking Japanese girls about their body counts. According to Google, Japanese girls in 20s and 30s have had on average 4 sexual partners. But I personally think that they've had more experiences. So let's find out.
How many did he say?
4 to 6.
Okay.
Between the ages of 20 and 30. Which is, I think that's what it is for us as well, right? It's around that. Or was it a bit higher?
I have no idea.
今日でインタビュー受けてくれてありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
今日なんですけど、
はい
日本人の女性にちょっと、経験人数について、
はい
お聞きしてて、
はい
ちなみに今おいくつですか、年齢とかって。
18になりました。
18歳
Okay, so she's 18 years old. What do you think her body count is at 18 years old? If you were to wager a guess.
I'd like to hope maybe 1 or 2.
1 or 2? Alright, cool.
初体験とかで聞いていいですか。
初体験は12歳。
12歳。
12歳。
Do you want to change that knowing that she lost her virginity at 12 years old?
I know it's going to be higher than 1 or 2. I mean, 1 or 2 is what I'd expect, but obviously the way you're building it up as well, I'm going to assume she's maybe had like 14 to 18 or some shit.
14 to 18, okay.
なんか周りとかって結構高校生とかで最初初体験するって人が多いイメージなんですけど、どうですか、周り12歳っています？
ああ、もう一番早かったと思います。
次なんですけど、
はい
経験人数って何人かお聞いてきます。まあ今18歳ですもんね。
50から60の間。
That is fucking insane. 18 years old, 50 to 60. I'm willing to bet, because girls lie about body count. I'm willing to bet it's higher than that. Don't they say that if a girl tells you her body count is 3, it's usually 6? Like, always double it. And for a guy, it's the other way around. If a guy tells you it's 6, it's probably 3. Now, I don't think she slept with 120 guys at 18, but I'd wager it's probably more. 18 years old. The age of consent in Japan is 14 currently, I believe. She did it before she was allowed legally.
I'm just trying to do a bit of maths to know how. It's not even like she slept with one person consistently. What she's saying, she slept with between 50 to 60 different people.
So let's say 60 divided by 6. So she started when she was 12. She's 18 now. So she's been sleeping for 6 years.
That's 10 a year.
About 10 a year. That's mad. 12 years old. Surely she must have done it at 12 and then there was a bit of a gap and then she racked it up. That's crazy. Am I getting that maths right? It doesn't matter anyway. 60 is an insane number for an 18-year-old. Even in the West, I would look sideways. I didn't expect that from a Japanese girl.
Sleeping with a new person every month.
Almost, yeah. Maybe she takes her birthday and Christmas off. I've been watching more of these Japanese videos because I'm going to Japan and I want to learn more about their culture. And every time I'm like, oh, I should look this up, these kind of videos come up and I'm always just like, what is happening in Japan? This is not what I expected. Especially the way she's acting, where she's all like all shy. I would not expect her to have 60 bodies.
Does it now make you nervous for any sort of Japanese girls you might talk to of thinking she seems innocent and modest, but more than likely she could have slept with too many men for your liking? It's a high body count. Cheating is okay.
I mean, obviously, being a Westerner, they would know that our value system is different. I would have a conversation with them, but the Japanese girls that I speak to, or the Asian girls that I've spoken to, or whatever, they're Western Asian girls, so they're not from over there. Although I'm going over there, and I'm just like, that can't be normal at 18 years old. There's no way. I have to believe that this guy has pulled the most egregious ones for the interview.
That's crazy.
18で50、60。なるほど。ちなみに日本人ですか？50人とかは日本人ですか？
ああ、アメリカ人が3人ぐらい。
アメリカ人3人。どうですか？その海外の人と日本人って違います？やっぱ。
3人中2人は規格外で。
規格外とは。
でかくて。
ああ。
1人は普通。
はい。その規格外の方が好みですか？
そうでもないです。日本人が好きです。
あ、日本人が好き。その50、60人の中で一番最悪だったなっていうかっていう経験とかってあります？なんかめちゃめちゃ強引とかないですか？
強引の方がいいから。
もっと来いみたいな。 あ
来ない人基本的になん
なる
か
ほどそれ
最悪って感じ。
あ、なるほど。
最悪。
This is crazy to hear an 18-year-old speaking about this. She sounds like she's got the experience of a grown woman.
Yeah, she doesn't look 18. She actually does look a bit older, even though she's covering her face. I don't know, just she doesn't seem that young. But this is a lot.
That is a lot. That is a lot of bodies.
年齢とかってお聞きしていいですか？
今年21です。
今年20歳ってことは大学生とかですか？
社会人です。
社会人、
はい
何されてるんですか？
ネイリストです。
ネイリスト、
はい
もう見ての通りめちゃハッピー今日なんですけど、なんか日本人の女性に経験人数についてお聞きしていて、
Why are they all covering their faces like that?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Why. Maybe they're just shy. That's something they do. What do you wager this girl based off the last one?
I don't know, because I don't want to just keep saying high numbers to them all.
Well, let's hear what age she was when she lost her virginity.
ちなみに21歳ってことで、初めてって何歳ぐらいの時にされました？
初めて。17。
17。
I mean, 17 is
She's been sleeping
it's a bit more acceptable.
for 4 years.
4 years, yeah. So I mean, 17 is more acceptable than 12 years old, right? 12-year-old having sex is insane.
It's nasty.
どうですか？話してて17歳でとかって結構普通ですか？それって。
高校生で初めてなんか多い気がする。
なんかその Google によると、大体日本人の経験人数が4人っていう、データがあるらしく、ズバリ経験人数何人かお聞きしていいですか？
大体10人。
大体
I mean, it's still a lot, but it's better than the last girl. It makes her look like an angel.
Yeah, 10. So what would that be? 17 to 21. That's 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 2 bodies a year, 2.5.
Yeah, it must be at least be about 3 a year. Then you can't do half. You can't half have sex.
Yeah, I know, but that's how
You've
they
either
work
had sex
out.
or not, yeah. But still, I get it. If you're splitting it over the years, it's not a lot. But 10 partners by 21 to me is crazy. And I think 10 partners in general is crazy
For a guy or a girl?
for a girl.
Do you think it's crazy for a guy?
No, I don't give a fuck about a guy.
Okay.
I've said this plenty of times on here before. Yeah, just to, in that short amount of time and by that age, have that many sexual partners, it makes you think like it's only going to keep going up, especially if she's still single.
Yeah. That's a lot.
But I think, okay, I just want to take it back for a second. We done that video about the suites for sex education being advertised, and you lot are saying, oh, it's for kids, it's aimed at kids. 12 years old is a kid. I know that's their that might be, I don't know what their legal age of consent is, but they're
14.
still kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that video we did was about Westerners. In Japan, that's a whole different
But
ballgame.
yeah, you can say by how each culture lives, but if you think about it in reality, it's still a child.
Yeah. But we wouldn't make that video if those sweets were on the shelf in Japan.
I understand that, but can we all agree that this is young kids having sex?
Oh yeah, obviously it's a 12-year-old.
And it's
I'm pretty
whether it's
sure-
their culture or not, it's just wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal to do it at 12 everywhere. I don't think there's anywhere that allows that unless there's somewhere that's just like 9-year-olds or whatever are doing it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure 12 is illegal in Japan as well. Not that 14 is much better. 14 is also ridiculous to allow a child to have sex.
でも数えるのやめたと。
数えたくない。
数えたくない。
はい
あ、でも一般的には多い方だと思うんですけど、周りとか見てどうですか？結構多い方だと思います。
多い子と少ない子が
ああ、なるほど。
極端
もう
に。
人によってっていうか、
はい
大体10人ぐらいってことで、どうですか？なんか10人の中で今まで一番嫌だった経験とかって何かあります？
小さすぎて気持ちくなかった。
それは例えば10分の何人ぐらいが
ほぼ自分の9ぐらい。
10分の 9？
彼がでかくて
ああ、なるほど。
超えるものがいない。
最初ですか？一番最初にやったのが
いや、
もっと
一番最初はこんなんしかなかった。
ちなみにこれされたらなんか嬉しいとか何かあります？
苦しめ。
あ、結構ガツガツに来てほしいと。
ガツガツに。はい。
So we can't take her word for it because she said she doesn't want to count. So after 10, she stopped counting. So it could be any number. I did not know Japanese girls were moving like this, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but he said the average body count for a Japanese girl was between 4 to 6, did he originally say, or something like that. So on average, it is low. So he's just finding ones who have had high body counts.
I don't know. Maybe Google's got it wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe then this current generation, like maybe they've got it the other way around in Japan, where we're having a problem getting guys to. Do you know what? I don't even know what's going on. Everything feels like the upside down these days. Because I heard that Japanese guys, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I was told by a Japanese person, that they're very submissive and the girls are a bit more aggressive, but not in an in your face kind of way, but they're more like they want to do X, Y, and Z, and the guys are more like, oh. I don't know if that's true, obviously. I was told that by a Japanese guy, but yeah, this is mad.
ということでインタビューくれてありがとうございます。
はい、お願いします。
ご年齢とかでお聞きしていいですか？
はい。先月20歳になりました。
つい先月、
はい
20歳になったってことで、
はい。
ちなみに今職業は
大学生です。
大学生やられてるということで、で今日なんですけど、日本人女性の方に、経験人数についてインタビューしてて、早速なんですけど、なんか初めての体験っていうのは何歳ぐらいにしました？
中 3?
中 3?
中3
ってことは15とかですか
？15、6。
早いですね。大体なんかイメージ的にはなんだろう、高校生とかでも、ちょっと早いって言われてる。周りとかもどうですか？そんぐらいですか今の20歳は？
でもやっぱ高校2、3ぐらい
ですよね。もう中3でもう一発目をちょ軽くかましたってことで、早速経験人数は何人かちょっとお聞いてきます。
What do you think her body count's going to be? Based on what she said. Lost it about 15 years old. Also, let me just point out, she's not covering her face. This girl's not shy.
Yeah, I reckon she's got a high one.
数えきれてないんで、でも最後に数えたのは150ぐらい。
150？ 20歳で。
そう、150。
How old was she?
She's in 3rd year of junior high. So junior high is what, secondary school? Which would make her, I think she's like 17.
How is that even possible? I actually don't know how it's even possible.
I don't know if they're just saying it for the camera. 3rd year of junior high, about 17 to 18. So in 2 years, she's racked up 150 bodies. But no, not even that. She said it's countless. That's just where she stopped.
She's probably doing like one a week. Or maybe a few a week.
Yeah, you would have to do more than that. That's a lot of stress on your body, you know? That's crazy.
Wow.
Do you think she's counting like full on sex or like oral as well? Would you count that?
Fuck knows at this point.
That's a crazy number, man. That is an insane number. 150.
At such a young age though, like if that was like a 50, 60-year-old woman, maybe I'd be like, you know what? I get it. You lived your life, whatever. But 17?
Yeah. That's mad. Can you imagine being the parent watching that? Maybe they're sex workers. That would explain the high body count. Because going to school and racking up that number, I don't even know where you find the time.
I don't even know 150 people.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's easy for pretty to decent looking girls to go out and get sex. It's just, where do you find the time?
I've gathered you could never actually look at a girl and gauge what her body count is. You're never going to be able to look at someone and know whether she's got a low or high one or what.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, all of these girls came across as like, well, most of them came across as very shy and like, I don't want to say childlike, but you know, like they were like
immature.
cutesy. Yeah, as they would, because they are very young, but they've got higher body counts than most of all of the girls that I know. I don't know any girls that have a body count to that level. That's insane.
インタビュー受けてくれてありがとうございます。
はい。
年齢とかってお聞きしていいですか
19です。
19歳。大学生とかですか？
働いてます。
何されてるんですか？
美容師やってます。
美容、これですね。で、今日なんですけど、日本人女性に経験人数についてちょっとお聞きしていて、19歳っていうことなんですけど、ズバリ経験人数お聞きできますかね？
She's the last one. Would you want to wager? Higher or lower than 150?
Lower.
Lowest. It would be hard to beat 150. At that point, I think you're capping for the.
一人です。
一人、お、いいっすね。ちなみに初めては何年前とかなんですか？
半年前。
半年前。彼氏ですか？
違います。
She could be lying anyway.
Yeah.
We're not really gonna know.
Those are insane figures. 150.
At 17.
At 17. Losing your virginity at 12 years old. Nah, man. I mean, I'm not shitting on other people's cultures. I don't even know if you would say that's part of the culture, but that's crazy. It's one thing.
Besides the point of the culture or not, you've got 12-year-olds having sex and you've got 17-year-olds having slept with 150 people. It's nasty. It's outright nasty. I will say that openly. And I don't think people should complain about Western women ever again. I don't know one woman in my life who slept with 150 men, and if she has, she hasn't told me. But that is drastic. I also don't know one woman who's had sex at 12 years old. I'm not for it. I think it's wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree that I disagree with the not having something to complain about Western women thing. There's still things to complain about.
Oh, of course, yeah. But in terms of like, if people make out like Western women are the worst women ever. Listen, most of us ain't sleeping with 150 people by 17. Most of us ain't sleeping with 150 people in our lifetime.
I'd like to think that interview is a poor representation of young women in Japan. I hope anyway, because that number is. I mean, if for anyone that's wondering why I'm saying I hope, it's because over here I don't really know how else to put it without sounding nasty, but guys don't really want to get with girls that have slept with that many people. It's like when we did the corn video just now, and that mental imagery, even if those pictures ain't out there, knowing your girl has been with 150 men, that's a bit too much, man. At the tender age of 17. So if you keep that trajectory going, right? If the trajectory keeps going, then she's going to be on 300 in no time.
Yeah.
And it ain't easy it's not hard for girls to go out and get sex. I mean, if I left this house now and went looking for someone to sleep with without paying for it, I'm not going to find it.
Really?
I'm not going to find it. If I left this house right now and went out onto the streets looking for someone to sleep with.
On the streets, yeah, but I'm sure you've got people you could probably message and just end up.
No, this is what I'm saying. No, there's no rapport.
Oh, okay.
Just go outside, get on a bus, go somewhere. I'm not going to find it. I'm going to have to put some work in. It's not going to fall in my lap. Very, very unlikely. But if, say for you, for example, get on the bus, go up to wherever, you'll find it. You'll be like, right, you're coming home with me. It's not hard for girls to get sex. So it's not hard for me to believe that if that girl is extremely promiscuous, that she did that. It's just hard to believe that a girl would want to do that.
Yeah.
150. That shit must look like a fucking like a monster truck has been through there, man. That's crazy. Anyway, I haven't got much else to say about that.
Well, I don't know, because they were saying all the guys' willies were small, so.
The 151, she must have encountered some decent sized people at the very least. Maybe she did it 150 times because every single time it was too small.
That girl who was like, oh yeah, and I slept, like 3 of them were American or something. She must have had a shock for her life.
Yeah, a shock to the system.